Today our topic is solving systems of linear equations by elimination. Learning target: how can I represent and solve relationships using systems of linear equations by elimination? Vocabulary and some review. Solutions to a system of linear equations. This system in this graph right here cross at a point. So their solution is one solution and it's an ordered pair. And if we look, that ordered pair would be 3, -2. So we would say the solution would be 3, -2. This second graph right here, these are parallel lines. And if we remember, parallel lines have no solution. They do not touch. And then the last example, this is the same line, which mean they have infinite solutions. They touch at many points. All these points on the line are all solutions, so they have infinitely many solutions. Eliminate. We're using elimination. So to eliminate something means to take away or get rid of. You want to eliminate something, you want to get rid of it. You want it to go away, you want it to become zero, just diminish it. Get rid of it. All right, so for example, we have 2x plus 3y equals 11 and -2x plus 5y equals 13. We're going to treat this like one giant addition problem. Now, if you notice, both of these equations are in standard form. Now, that's a good form for elimination. Now, if you look, 2x plus -2x, right here, those are opposites, and opposites make 0. So 2x minus 2x is 0. We just eliminated a variable. Woo! Now, 3y plus 5y is 8y equals 11 plus 13, 24. Just one big addition problem. Now we have only one variable. We can solve very easily for this variable by dividing by 8 on both sides. Y equals 3. Now we have one variable, but we need the other variable. We need x. So this is where we're going to use our skills of substitution. Pick an equation from the top. I'm going to take the first equation, 2x plus 3y equals 11. Now make that substitution for y. We're going to say 2x plus 3. Now instead of y, we're putting in 3 equals 11. 2x plus 3 times 3 is 9 equals 11. Minus 9 on both sides to get 2x by itself equals 2. So divide by 2, and we have x equals 1. Remember to write your answer as an ordered pair. X, y. X is 1, y is 3. Another example for us to do. Again, just treat it like one big addition problem. 4x plus 5x is 9x. -3y plus 3y is a big fat 0. Again, if you notice, -3 and +3 are opposites. So they cancel each other out. Equals 2 plus -2 is 0. Divide both sides by 9 to get x by itself. 0 divided by 9 is 0. So x equals 0. Now we need to know what is y. So we substitute. Pick an equation from the top, any equation. Again, I'm just going to take the first equation. 4x minus 3y equals 2. Make that substitution in for x. We can say 4 times 0, replacing x with 0, minus 3y equals 2. 4 times 0 is 0, so that goes away. Negative 3y equals 2. Divide by negative 3 to get y by itself. 2 divided by negative 3 is not even, so we're just going to leave that as the fraction negative 2/3. Last step, write your answer as an ordered pair, x, y. X is 0, y is negative 2/3. And there you have it, your solution by elimination. A couple more examples for us just to make sure we got the hang of it. Again, treat it like one big addition problem. X plus negative x, these are opposites, so they cancel out. 2y plus 1y equals 3y. 13 plus 5 is 18. Divide both sides by 3. Y equals 6. Substitute to solve for x. Pick an equation. I'm going to take this top one right here. X plus 2y equals 13. Make the substitution for y. So x plus 2 times 6 equals 13. X plus 2 times 6 is 12 equals 13. Minus 12 on both sides. X equals 1. Write our answer as an ordered pair. X, then y. All right, last example for us. We're going to treat this like one big addition problem. 5x plus 1x is 6x. 6y plus negative 6y, that cancels out, makes 0. If you remember, 6 and negative 6 are opposites. They make 0. 50 minus 26 is 24. Divide both sides by 6 to get x by itself, and x equals 4. Last step, figure out what y is. Pick one of those equations. I'm going to take that first equation. 5x plus 6y equals 50. Make the substitution for x, so 5 times 4 plus 6y equals 50. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 6y equals 50. Get rid of the 20 on the left, move it over to the right by subtraction. 6y equals 30. Divide by 6 on both sides, and we have y equals 5. Write our answer as a coordinate point, 4, 5. All right, one last example for us, a nice word problem. Again, we're going to use our cubes strategy. A test has 20 questions. That's a number, so I'm going to box it. Worth 100 points. Another number, I'm going to box it. The test consists of true-false questions. That seems like a keyword, circle that. Worth 3 points each. Let's box that. And multiple choice questions. I'm going to circle that. Worth 11 points each. How many multiple choice questions are on the test? That's our question here. That's what we're trying to figure out. So if we read that first sentence, a test has 20 questions worth 100 points. We have true-false questions and we have multiple choice questions. So I'm going to say X is true-false questions and Y is multiple choice questions. Now, if we have a total of 20 questions, that means we're adding something and it's going to equal 20. Well, we're adding our questions. We're saying the number of true-false questions, X, plus the number of multiple choice questions, Y, equals that total of 20. So that's one equation, but we need our second one for our system. That's where the points come into play. The test consists of true-false questions worth 3 points each. Now, each means you're going to be multiplying. So every x, every true-false question is worth 3 points. So we would say 3x plus our y values, our multiple choice, those are 11 points each. So for every y, we're going to say that's worth 11 points. And the total, right there, 100 points. Now that we have our two equations, we can figure out how many multiple choice questions are on the test. Now this is just going to be a review of substitution, because if we look, elimination isn't going to work. X and 3x aren't going to cancel out. Y and 11y aren't going to cancel out. So we can set this up to substitute. We can change this equation, x plus y equals 20, and solve it for a variable. Let's solve it for x. Subtract y on both sides. X equals 20 minus y. Now we can make that substitution into our next equation right here. We can substitute it in for x. So we're going to say 3 times 20 minus y plus 11y equals 100. Distribute. 60 minus 3y plus 11y equals 100. Negative 3y plus 11y is 8y. Minus 60 on both sides. 8y equals 40. Divide by 8. And we get y equals 5. Now, if we look, y stood for the number of multiple choice questions. Now let's look. What was the question that we were asked to solve? How many multiple choice questions are on the test? Well, we just solved that. We know that the multiple choice questions are 5 total. So for this problem, we don't actually need to solve for x. However, we could, because we know x plus y equals 20. So if y is 5, we know that x would need to be 15 in order to make 20. All right, that's all the notes I have for you today. Thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel.